This is the Hatfield adding machine, built by Aaron L. Hatfield out of Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. This device is pretty historic in American calculator circles. The first US patent for adding figures goes to Samuel Young for this device, which is kind of a precursor of a tranche, not at all an adding machine. Dubois Parmelee's 1850 patent gets a lot of attention for being one of the first, but it wasn't an adding machine, it had no carry, and it wasn't marketed. William Haynes' patent from 1849 is another good contender. It had a carry, it could do subtraction, and it had a relatively high capacity, but it was never manufactured either, apart from the patent model. So that means that Aaron Hatfield's patent from 1854 was first. Mine is labeled W.O. Hickok for William. Now, I first thought that it was made by William and this group of people at the William Hickok Manufacturing Company, or Eagle Works. I thought William had cloned it. William's brother was a witness on Hatfield's patent, after all. But then Greg Fudach disabused me of that notion. Here on his website you can see two versions of the Hatfield, the pre-patent version and the post-patent version. Here's another image that he sent me, and it's hard to see, but both men's names are stamped on the device. The Smithsonian has the patent model with no one stamped on it. And I think that Hickok was still making the devices, sending them to Hatfield, who was then doing a subpar job stamping his own name on the swing arm. I don't think Hickok would have ever let that swing arm go out the door. It's the company's attention to detail that allowed Hickok to outlive more than 99.5% of pre-Civil War businesses. It still has a Hickok at the helm today. Just look at this Model 2 corner cutter. Later publications called the device the disc arithmometer, a moniker Hatfield doesn't seem to have used. He died alone, living in an apartment above his jewelry shop in Michigan. So the Hatfield is a collimator. So you hold it in your left hand because you'll need to write intermediate sums with your right hand. It seems strange to me that the numbers on the outside disc are upside down from the numbers on the middle two discs, but that's how Hatfield did it. To add numbers, you first insert earplugs and swing that arm until the outside number you want to add is in the window. And then you just move it back to home position. Now it's added 10. Here I'm going to add 23 to it to give me a grand total of 33. It's very, very simple. When you start to get to the higher numbers, then the middle disc will show, in this case, 118. You'll notice on Fudach's device that the hundreds don't have the extra zeros, which makes more sense to me. The middle disc also has a ratchet. But here's a slower view of the carry. Besides the fact that this doesn't add and it's extremely loud, the other biggest problem was that Hatfield didn't make any kind of mechanism to clear the device. To clear it, you just have to keep adding until the middle disc reaches 0. And since the capacity of the middle disc is 9900, you could have to do this 99 times. To take it apart, you don't need any tools, just a strong fingernail. That little taper pin, which is not original, just slides right on out, and then the device is easily taken apart. So that's the ratcheting portion of the hundreds disc. That piece lifts this disc out of the way, which will shift the hundreds disc. As that pawl reaches the other thing, the disc will lift and rotate out of the way, advancing 1. It connects to the tens disc and will advance the hundreds disc 1 through friction. When all is said and done, it's not a great device, this Hatfield. It's by far the oldest device that I own, so it's not hard to forgive it its faults. Of course, this is where I have to curb my enthusiasm and remind myself that while this was all going on, Thomas de Colmar was perfecting this machine. Still, we'll take the win where we can. Thanks for watching.